You create the addict. Because the addict is the addict because it is illegal. And because it is illegal, it is costly. And because it's costly, it is handled by dealers that don't give a shit about what they're doing to the addict. It's all the process of making it illegal creates the addict. Because if it wasn't illegal, then you wouldn't be an addict. He would just simply having a latte. Because let me tell you something. Oh yeah, you mean that stuff is like a latte? You can't. Yes, you can. I see people having 4, 5, 6. I had a friend that had a 5-shot espresso and then rushed himself to the hospital with heart palpitations. So don't tell me that what you people do, that point fingers and judge people. Oh, I don't judge. I'm just pointing out that he's going to die if he doesn't, if in this lifetime he had to do that, or she had to do that, why don't you leave them alone and do it? Because maybe what you're doing is stopping their karma, stopping them from understanding. You stick them in a freaking 12-step freaking program, AA program, that then they don't deal with the things that they need to deal with. Instead, they just go and then they go to work and then what do? They go back to the machine and play the machine, They do the machine thing. Yeah. For you. And then they get sick and tired of it, and they run away, and they go right back to their addiction. You know why? Because their addiction is the only thing, okay, that is real to them. Everything else is fake. Everything else is what you throw at them to make sure that they're okay, and they're going to be 65 years old and retired, and then go after retire. They can go and have fun. The life that this society offers people, you have a choice to accept it or you have a choice not to accept it. But if you make the thing illegal that they use to not accept it, guess what? Then they're forced to accept it. What you do is force people, instead of showing them, instead of teaching your kids, right, about these things, you can't do it. And they run right behind your backs and they go do them because, and then they don't understand, and then they become this thing, right? This thing that you judge and you. I mean, have you ever seen, for an AA person to repeat over, I know I'm an addict, I'm going to be an addict for the rest of my life, but right now I'm doing great. Every human being is an addict. You start from that point, then that person is like, oh, yeah, I'm an addict. Well, so am I. Hey, well, it's life. Let me go on. And maybe that will stop them from running back to the thing that it's killing them, right? Life is killing us. Everything out there, everything we do, the minute we are born, right, we are dying. That is part of life. But if you stop them from doing what they need to do, and you think because you have this great idea, okay, of how to save them through this program that the government or whatever said is good, it works great for the addicts, then you're cutting off something that they might have needed to work out something, and then maybe figure it out in this lifetime, or just, if they need to pass away and they wake, then the next lifetime they can see, because people don't believe in reincarnation. They all believe in reincarnation, but they really don't believe in reincarnation. Because if you did, you understand that what people go through in life, lifetime, is meant for them to go through. But if you limit that and push them into other directions, they don't experience the things. And yes, that can be done. And then yes, that hampers karma release, and that hampers our ascension process as human beings. So that's why there's 7 billion of us, poor, that are fucking working for this machine and never really understanding. And then they have to do. Guess what? Most addicts are poor. The rich people who are addicts, they're functioning. They do it. Yeah, I do it, but I did a lot this weekend, but I got the money to do it. So the poor people, they have to suffer. They have to go and do something to get me out of this freaking head. I'm working 12 hours a day, and they go do it. They go do it to get them out of the head, and they got to worry about getting arrested and their livelihood taken away by doing it, and then shamed by you people, shamed. How fucking dare you? How dare you? Addicts, what you consider addicts, well, I consider everybody addict, but what you consider addicts are some of the most spiritual people that I have ever met. You know why? Because they're looking for something that is not in the fucking box, the box that you're all stuck in, the box that you want to bring everybody into, to say, okay, I'm in the box, so everybody has to be in this box, because remember, this is what we have to believe in. You force the men to the box, one way or the other, right? They lost, you having one more money, now you're going to come back running to me, right? So now you got to go to treatment. Oh, yeah, you in jail now? Well, inside, you're going to have to go to treatment. And that's what it all fails. And that's why there's so many addicts, and then that's why so many, but I've been 25 years clean. Okay, sober. Okay, great. Do you really like that? Okay, great. Why do you have to repeat it, though? Why do you have to have that as being, because they took away. When they said, you have to repeat that you're an addict for the rest of your life, and you can stumble at any point, they made you take away the part of human that you are, that controls yourself. No, the addiction to that, no, they did. They made it illegal. They made it difficult to get. They made it scary and worrisome that the police are going to knock on the door and break in any second, and they take you and put you in a cage. Yet they still do it. Addicts are some of the most spiritual. Deepak Chopra said it too. It wasn't just me. That's Deepak. Addicts are some of the most spiritual people that I've ever met. Huh? You know why? Because they're looking for something, the thing that you all forgot about. They're looking for that tribal connection. They're looking for that place where they can connect without all the bullshit that you give them, all the books and the fucking and the churches and the things that they have to read. Read the book. What page are you on? What step are you on? You're on 13, 11? Oh, yes, good. That's a good one. You got to really get past that one. I know I'm not going to say, oh, it helps some people. I don't care. What it does is it takes away what they are as human beings. If you taught them how to use the things, okay, correctly, then they wouldn't abuse them. Instead, you tell them, no, don't do it. And they run behind your back, and then they go do it. And guess what happens? Then that takes over. But maybe that taking over was meant for them to understand something about themselves and become stronger because of it. And then, but you pull them away and stick them back into that program, and they got to go through. Well, 3 groups today I did. How many? Oh, wow. So, it's great. I love you. It's really good. 15 days. Am I out of here? 30 days. Okay. And then they go back to the work. Oh, I'm going back to work. Yeah, I don't know. McDonald's. I don't know. I'll see. I'll figure it out. McDonald's. I'll figure it out. And then they work there for a couple of months until something happens. Hey, man. Dude, I really, really want to get, I'm not supposed to, but parole is, because maybe that kid didn't want to work at McDonald's fucking 12 hours a day just to pay for his rent. You create addicts. Money creates addicts. Profit and greed creates addicts. The things that you support in your life, and continue supporting every fucking day and saying, oh, well, there's nothing better to do, so let's just go out there and work for Satan. That creates the addicts that you point the fingers at. And every finger that you point at every human being, every finger is a finger pointed back at you. And you. And that finger is going to be the finger that you're going to say, God, look, I pointed this finger. And God's going to say, okay, you sure didn't get the message about, the not judging my children for what they do, because, I put them there for a reason. And then what did you do? You stuck them where? Wow. Whew. That was a bad choice on your part. Very bad choice.